Okay, so hopefully my audio issues have gone away. Testing, testing, testing. Alright, well, hopefully it's better. Hopefully. Let me turn the mic down. It seems kind of loud. Mic always seems really loud to me. Maybe not to you guys, but it seems loud. One of these days, the client will actually start. Sometimes it takes forever to launch. I don't know why. Waiting for the client to actually show up. It's like, hello. I guess we can, I guess maybe we can look at some death clips while we wait for this damn clientele. I don't know what. So there's a hardcore leveling tournament going on right now, which I don't care about. Rested XP, could give a rat's ass. Death clips. Yep, no new death clips. All right, this is ridiculous. I don't know what's going on with the client here. Close program. Let's try this again. Of course, now it loads just right up. You know what I mean? Sometimes the client does that. It takes forever to load, and then sometimes it just boom, loads right up. Only the shadow knows. It is trying to load the client. One of these days it'll come up. Finally, I have way too many quests, man. Alright, finally. Back. Hey, what's up, Blaze? How's it going? Let me know if my audio sounds messed up. It was messed up a minute ago. I had to stop the stream and restart it. I actually just went ahead and restarted my computer because it hadn't been restarted in a couple weeks. So yeah, let me know if there's any issues with the audio. Hopefully everything sounds good. It's all good? Good, thanks. Yeah, sometimes it gets real staticky, and I don't know why it does that. It happens every once in a while. I don't know why. It's just something with the drivers. After the computer's been running for a couple weeks, it just kind of freaks out. Have to like do a restart. Oh, thanks, Blaze. I like my UI clean. We got 2. Surprised I got a level 12. I'm level 16. Interesting. Hey! Yeah, that guy just feared him, so let's go. If they're feared, of course, they're probably going to come back and kick my ass after the fear. Certainly hope not. Let's find out. How we're going to keep getting that guy. One guy we can deal with. Hey, what's up, Muse? No, 1. 1 milk? Really? Locked died at 14 to Murlocs. Your lock died to the Murlocs, so. Now you're doing a rogue? Alright, well, good luck on the rogue, man. You know Murlocs are always fun. I love Murlocs. Who doesn't love Murlocs?
Great to meet you.
Alright.
No. See you soon.
Learned a lot with your first tune. Oh yeah. If you've never done hardcore before, it's a little bit of a learning experience, you know.
Farewell.
I am honored. Farewell.
You going alchemy? Alchemy's good for sure. I mean, if you want to go for survivability, alchemy and engineering are going to be your 2 best options. I don't know if I want to do that one quest just yet.
Ishnu Allah. Till next we meet.
Ishnu Allah. Be careful. What brings you here? Asha Vela.
Debating. Do I want to go to hit my trainer? No, screw it. Be too long. Well, yeah, I mean, hardcore WoW turns WoW into what MMOs should be, right? And I mean, not that, an MMO should have only one life, but hardcore takes away a lot of the bullshit that people try to get away with. Like I said, gold selling, gold buying, GDKP, people boosting characters for gold, people boosting arena rating for gold, all that kind of crap. You just goes out the window, man. You can't do any of that stuff because you can't really trade with other players, so you can't give people money. So RMT is out the window. And that gets rid of a lot of the problems with WoW right off the bat. And then, of course, the other thing is, since you can't use the auction house, it takes away the ability to really abuse the auction house or to get money through the auction house with an inflated economy or a broken economy. So then you're down to having to struggle to get money to maybe even buy the barest items you might need, like food or maybe, skills, training your skills and different things like that. So yeah, it gets everything back down to just, like you said, the barest, the basic way the game was meant to be played. It sets it up in a way that this is how, they tuned WoW. When you create what the developers made World of Warcraft, they tuned the quest, they tuned the gear and the prices of things. And well, once the economy gets out of whack, that tuning's gone. But when you take away the ability to use the auction house and trade, then you're back to what they tuned the game to be. So the tuning of it's correct. And also the pace of the leveling in vanilla is a lot slower, a lot more challenging, especially when you only have one life. And so trying to figure out how to level quickly without dying means you have to make a lot more decisions based on what kind of professions do you want, what kind of abilities can I afford to buy? Can I afford to even buy abilities? Is it worth buying this ability, or is it better to save my money? And there's all these decisions that come into play that normally don't come into play, Normally you don't care about it. Like, whatever, I got money. I'll just buy 20 gold and buy whatever gear I want right off the auction house and just speed level. You know what I mean? No, I think anybody who uses the Guild Wars 2 UI, I don't know why you would ever want to go back to the regular WoW UI. I mean, not until you get to, like, you know, not until you get to Dragonflight does WoW even have a UI that's even any good, that's that good, you know. And even the Dragonflight UI is not as good as, unfortunately, the Guild Wars 2 UI in Dragonflight is still, at least last time I tried to use it, was still too buggy. So, but in Classic, it's a no-brainer. It's by far way superior.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
You pre-ordered Dragonflight, still have not played it? I bought Dragonflight and I played it for about, I don't know, two what I basically usually do on WoW expansions, a couple days, and I'm just like, eh. The leveling experience is so crappy in retail. Like, I just don't enjoy it, you know. I'm not saying the leveling experience in vanilla is like amazing, but it's definitely better, like way better. The problem with retail is they make leveling so easy, and they make it just like a small stepping stone to end game. I don't really care for that too much, because then I don't really like the end game in WoW. It's just some sort of carousel of grinding, like, you know, grinding like heroic dungeons or whatever they're called in retail WoW now. You get your stupid fucking keys and what are they called? I don't remember what they're called in retail anymore. I just don't like those, you know. It's kind of silly. I mean, I like vanilla, you know, going into like BRD, Blackrock Depths, and there's just one version of the dungeon. There's not like all these different versions of the same dungeon. I was like, in fact, I've never really liked the idea of having the same dungeon be on different skill levels. I think it should just be, you know, I mean, just one skill level. You know? It's a dungeon, do it. I mean, I guess it doesn't bother me too much if there's two, like an easy and a hard mode, maybe. But anyways, whatever. There's just too many things that haven't been updated in World of Warcraft. They waited too long to update stuff. They basically rested on their laurels, and that's why they are. The only reason that WoW is still doing pretty well is because of all the classic versions of WoW. More people play up until Dragonflight came out, and I don't even know if this may still be true even for Dragonflight. Probably not. I don't know. But before Dragonflight came out, there were more people playing classic World of Warcraft than there were playing retail World of Warcraft. That just shows you how shitty the retail game is. There were more people playing classic Wrath of the Lich King than they were playing like retail Shadowlands.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Let's just bubble here and make it easy on ourselves. I could have just ran away, but we're just gonna bubble that. That's actually the first time I've used my bubble. Significant. What was that? Hardcore is right. It's like seeing your significant other. I'm just stopping and looking around at the game. Oh yeah. Yeah, if you make... I mean, I've always been a fan of grind. I mean, I like the grind. I like slow leveling MMOs. I don't like fast. Like, The first MMO I ever played was Lineage 2. You know, and in Lineage 2, like... In Lineage 2, the fastest level to max level was 6 months. It took him 6 months to get to max level. That was the fastest person to reach max level in Lineage 2. My thought process is the more difficult the task, the more sense of enjoyment and achievement when the task is complete. It's like if taking the bar exam to become a lawyer was easy, everybody would do it, right? That's the whole point, you know. Like if it's challenging, that's why do you think there's more people playing hardcore warriors than any other class? Because it's the hardest one to get to 60. Everybody's playing hardcore warrior because they want to be like, oh man, look, I leveled a hardcore warrior to 60 because it's the most challenging. So of course it's going to be the most rewarding if you do it, right? Hey, what's up, Wilkinator? It's Bloodsail Buccaneers for the United States, and for I think European servers, it's Hydraxian Waterlords. My preference would be that magical items would be a very low drop rate, like incredibly low, actually. And my preference would be that leveling to max level in the MMO would probably take, like, at a minimum 3 months. At a minimum, and I would prefer it to probably be even longer, but... If you make the leveling process really painfully slow, then people take the time to stop and actually do other stuff that's part of the game, like crafting, or, you know, more of a social type stuff. But if you make it so easy to get to max level and then you just make it all about the end game, people turn the game into just a quick treadmill. It turns into a sprint where everybody's just trying to run through all the content as fast as they possibly can, which is just, you know, I don't really enjoy that playstyle. And it's all about, look at me. It's the whole EP mentality of running through everything as fast as you possibly can. Look what I did. Look at me. I'm great. I'm awesome. Blah, blah, blah. Who cares, man? To be honest, I'd rather enjoy the fact that I had fun playing the game than the fact that I've got better gear than everybody. Some people aren't like that, but I would rather enjoy playing the game than maybe not having that much fun playing the game, but then walking around and flexing my EP because I've got better gear than everybody else. You know, I would rather have fun. I want to have fun. It's all about having fun for me, man. Yeah, I think the journey, I mean, the destination is good too, but there shouldn't be a destination. I mean, when you think of an MMO, there should never be an end to the game, right? It should always be about just growth of your character, and the growth should never stop. It should never be stopped. There should never be like best in slot. I mean, it's hard to do that, I know, because you have to keep coming out with gear, but that's the point of why you pay a monthly fee. They should continue to bring out content. And if you make the leveling process really, really slow, it gives the developers time to come out with new content. You know, like the problem with WoW. What's the problem with World of Warcraft? If you ever watch Asmongold's videos, what does Asmongold say about almost every WoW expansion? Oh, it's fun until you do everything's done, and then you're sitting there waiting for new content, right? Well, that's because everything's so quick and easy. The developers can't make the stuff fast enough for the gamers to consume it, because the content's too easy. You know, it's too easy just to fly through it. You ever played like the original EverQuest, which I didn't play it a lot. But if you ever played the original EverQuest, there wasn't a lot of quests from what I heard. You know, you'd like do like quests to get to a certain level. And then after that, a lot of the leveling just turned into grinding mobs, you know? And that's not exactly the funnest gameplay, but it does one thing, again, and that's that it gives the developers time to develop new content. Because it's going to take you months to level, so that gives them months and months. So, I don't know, I just like the slow. I like the slow leveling process. I don't like fast leveling. Yeah, I never played the original EverQuest. I tried to play EverQuest once, but the graphics were just so utterly bad, and just the way the character moved was so janky. It's hard playing EverQuest when you come from WoW, because WoW has probably arguably the best character controller of any MMO. When I say the best character controller, what I'm talking about is the responsiveness of the character controller. like the responsiveness of your abilities and how your character moves in the world is probably one of the most responsive character controls of any MMO. So you go from that being probably almost the best to like EverQuest, where it's not anywhere near as good, you know, and it feels really just clunky. Well, you should play the... Don't think about easy or difficult. Like, think about what are you going to have the most fun on. Buccaneers. Yeah, always don't play for what... Don't do what other people think you should do, and don't do stuff just because you're like, well, you know, these people think this is going to be, you know, good or whatever. We'll go ahead and put those on just because they're green and they give me a few stats. Yeah, play what's going to make you have the most fun. That's the most important thing, so... Don't give a shit what other people think. But Classic Hunter is really good. I love Hunter. Hunter's one of my favorite classes. I don't play it a lot in hardcore. Well, that's not necessarily true. I mean, I do play it, but... I've got a melee hunter. I've got a level 20 hunter right now who's melee, so she can't use a ranged weapon. But she basically just runs up to mobs with her pet and pounds on them with dual-wielding axes. Yeah, see, Sticks is 100% right. If it's slow, if the journey takes a long time and it's really grindy, then, like I said, people will take the time to do other things, to have fun. You know, you take the time to appreciate the game, you take the time to look around, you take the time to make friends and do more social stuff, and you take the time to work on professions or other things that the game has to offer. And if the process is really, really slow, then there should be other systems in the game that allow you to do other things, like housing or creating boats or fishing or whatever. There should be lots of other systems, and all those other systems should be ways that you can get experience. You shouldn't be forced to just level by killing mobs and doing quests. You should get experience from crafting. You should get experience from exploration, you know? Get experience from gathering, you know? Like, that way you have the option of playing the game the way you want to play it, but you're still progressing. The community is really good. Yeah, the hardcore community is really good. Like, if you talk to people in guild chat, it's mostly nice people. I haven't seen too many, like, jack-offs. There's a few here and there, but not too many. She's doing alright. She's doing okay. For a level 16 Paladin running around in like cloth Aboriginal foot gear, which looked really cool, by the way. It's actually one of my favorite. It's one of my favorite feet items in the game. These Aboriginal, just looks like you got some leather wrapped around your ankles. Pretty funny. There goes another warrior, level 24, dead. Many warriors. Like I said, there's going to be a lot of warriors, and a lot of them are going to be dead. So if you go by class, you can see there's a ton of warriors, right? Look how many warriors are in the guild. Warrior, warrior, warrior. Tons. Again, because people want to do something that's challenging. They want to feel like they've accomplished something. Ooh, my first tin vein. My mining is, okay, 81. My mining's good. Well, no, yeah, United States, people in the U.S. are idiots. And I can say that because I'm from the United States. In general, Americans are more rude than Europeans. That's, you know, it's just because they're idiots, to be honest. Arrogant and lazy is a very apt description of Americans. But yeah, I haven't seen too many people in the hardcore community. I mean, the people in the hardcore community are very friendly. Oh, that was 2 years ago. I need to get more of these Moonstalkers. I just haven't even seen any. Zoom the camera out a little bit. There's somebody else is killing them, which is why. We haven't seen any. I think my YouTube account's about 11 years old, maybe. Bear man, the hunter. He's a bear man. What do you want to bet his pet's a bear? Yeah, I thought he was too. Yeah, we don't talk about guns, and there's no politics in my YouTube chat, guys. Don't talk about politics or race or anything like that. We're just here to talk about games, man. Have fun. Oh, we got some other ancestral boots. So we got a couple pairs of ancestral boots. Nice. You took herbing and skinning? There goes another warrior. Oh, what don't we need? What don't we need? Oh my god. These are so cool looking, but don't need them. The warriors are just dropping like... Oh, that's a warlock. I thought it was another warrior. Yeah, like herbing and skinning is a great way to start off. Like if you want to do like money, if you're like thinking about just making money really quickly, you know, just you can do that. Pick up herbing, skinning, sell everything you get. That'll just get you some money pretty quick. Professions for shamans? Yeah, I don't know. Who knows about profession of shaman? You mean who knows about the class? Or I don't play shamans that much because I don't play horde a lot, but they're good, definitely a good class. Kind of like the alternate to paladins, but they're a little different. Not a plate wearing class, so. Where'd that guy go? There he is. I mean, really, there's no best choice. If you're going for survivability, there's only two, like, the best survivability choices to keep your character alive are going to be alchemy and engineering. You know, after that, you know, it's whatever you want. Oh, the native pants of healing. Ooh. We're getting a... Actually, I've got quite a few green items on this character. I've been getting a lot of green drops, actually. What are the leggings that I'm wearing? 2 intellect, 2 spirit versus 7 healing. Ooh, those are some sexy looking leggings. I'm not going to wear those only because the armor is so low, but healing's actually a pretty nice stat to have for Paladin, but of course we'd much rather have mail armor, but... Okay, just into Moonstalker Fangs. But my inventory's a mess. Let's just head back to town and then we'll hit every Moonstalker we see on the way back. Clear out our... No, I have no idea what Nugget is. Nugget? No clue. The WoW Maps editor. Why would I want to Why would I want to edit a WoW map? Like, why would I do that? Is that something you're gonna do if you're gonna run your own like private server? Is that what you're saying? Just a very fun thing. Okay. Honestly, I just don't have enough time for stuff like that. I mean, what I want to do is start learning Unreal Engine 5 so that when I retire, I can just start making my own like video game slice. You know, I got you. Like the Unreal editor for Unreal Tournament. Just a map editor. My wife's calling me from the other room. Hold on, I was like, I'll be right back, guys. Zalcidi! I know, the unbeliever doesn't believe, but she must believe. What's up, Zalson? I was taking a little break from the warrior who's 46. I'd leveled a Paladin who was like I think level 12 yesterday. Got her up to 17. I want to get her to 20 so she can get consecration. So it was a drive-by buffing. I'm eating some deviled eggs that Amber made. They're really good. Deviled eggs. With the devil in you. Let's see. I don't think this is... Oh, no, it is. You gotta grab some tea. I had coffee this morning, but now I actually have a soda, which I probably... I'm trying to get off the soda, but I'm not doing a very good job. So what's up, Zalson? You've been playing retail, right? Oh no, you've been playing Wrath of the Lich King. I think I saw you on Wrath. There's people in Darkshore. But a lot more people level in Elwyn Forest and stuff than Darkshore. I gotcha.
Greetings. Be careful.
I am honored.
We're still waiting for that next big game to come out, Zolson. Right? I wonder when Throne of Liberty is going to come out. I still think it's a couple months away. I mean, they said first quarter. But what's the end of the first quarter? And is that first quarter fiscal quarter? This guy's yelling, how does a horde kill me? I was in Elwyn. Well, you were obviously flagged hardcore. You were BBB flagged. This guy's like, you are dumb. What level was he? He's only level 8. Yeah, I played it a little bit.
Feel free to browse.
I don't know, it was like, I thought the music was really good, and the zones were okay, and I thought the story, although rather simplistic, I thought was pretty decent. I didn't like the Drakthir as a class. I played one of those up to like level 63 or something, and didn't really care for the mechanics that much of the class. And then I played Arcane Mage a little bit, and that was really fun. Arcane Mage is really good in Dragonflight. I thought that was a lot of fun. But yeah, I just, I get bored in retail. The leveling is so just, rinse and repeat. The quests are always so boring. Look at the game. This guy's he's mad because he got killed by a rogue, and he's typing everything in capital letters. I literally just logged in and ran from Goldshire to Fargo Demon. I can't have been flagged. I haven't buffed anyone or even myself. Someone is hacking. This guy goes, someone else said, do you think cap locks helps your message come across? And so then I typed in, if you type in all caps, I'm sure that everything will be just fine. Yeah, good times, good times. All right, I'll see you, Muse. You heard the level 10 quest can be scary. Yeah, you can. It can actually be kind of tough, yeah. Yes, it does. Yeah, the Throne of Liberty, they're doing a final test. Yeah, I heard that as well. Yeah, I don't know, like, let's see. I think it was February. The thing with Throne of Liberty is we don't know who's going to publish it yet in the West, and that's really the thing that would hold it up more than anything. I mean, the game is almost ready to rock and roll. I mean, they're already accepting applications in Korea, not in the United States, because you know how these Korean, you know how NC Soft likes to do stuff? They actually like to do like all these betas and stuff in Korea for Korean players, and then just say we don't care about it, American players. Like, we don't care about your feedback. We're just going to launch it for you. You can play the game, but we're not going to do any betas for you. They're so good at that. But yeah, they were open to Korea for in. It wasn't even like you couldn't even do the final beta test at home. You actually had to go to a facility there. There was actually a building there where they do the final test. So you literally have to drive to this convention center and play the final beta there on their computers, which I thought was kind of strange.
I saw an interesting thread over on the Throne and Liberty subreddit today, and honestly, I really want to ask you guys this question because I'm of three minds on the subject, but it starts, how do you guys feel about the Throne and Liberty beta situation? And the current polling results leaning into that people are really wanting a public beta so they can test the game and its server stability. And I want to talk about that specifically, but you know, surprisingly enough, a lot of people, and especially those leaving comments, are leaning more into wanting that blind playthrough, that experience that the game has not been solved yet. And so this video, I want to focus in on kind of three key ideas. The view that they might be hiding something. I've seen that expressed in the comments. I've seen that here on subreddit and social media, and I want to address that. Also talking about how games get solved before they're even released. Talking about that situation we have, and then also my personal stake as a content creator. I want to talk about my perspective there because I view myself more as a gamer than a content creator, but I think if the statistics show anything else, that I sure like to make videos on video games, so that's going to be what it is. So let's go ahead and kick this video off right. Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. My name is Brian if you happen to be new around here, and if you're a returning subscriber, it means the world to me that you're back and you're checking out this video. So thank you guys.
Ginger Prime. I don't really go to his channel too much, but let's go back to this again.
I think if the statistics show anything else, that I sure like to make videos on video games, so that's going to be what it is. So let's go ahead and kick the ideas. The view that they might be hiding something. I've seen that expressed in the comments.
I think that's a good point. Like when you don't have an open beta, you're going to play something to keep me entertained for 2 to 3 hours after work, but I don't know what to play right now. Well, this is just classic era, Zolson. Not Season of Mastery. It's just classic era on Bloodsail Buccaneers, so levels 1 to 60. But I do think that's an interesting kind of like point to say, like, well, are they hiding something? You know, like you're not gonna. I mean, like if you're not gonna do an open beta for people in the West to even try the game before it comes out, I mean, I don't have a problem with that. You know, I think it's kind of. I think I'm of the mind that it's kind of cool to go into a game cold, like not even knowing anything about it really, like. In fact, I kind of prefer that. I'm not a big fan of all the betas that people do in MMOs these days, where like people like have solved dungeons and they've like already min-maxed the game before the game's even released, and by the time the game comes out, they already know all the quests and what to do. I don't like that at all. I mean, I prefer you play the game and nobody knows anything, and that way people are like, "How do you do this?" Or you're asking people in the game. It makes the community better if people don't know, because then they have to work together. Because if you do it the other way around, where there's the people that all play like these closed beta 1, closed beta 2, open test 1, open test 2. Then you have people that haven't done any betas. They come into the game and they're still the people going, how do you do this? Then you have all the other guys who are assholes because they think they know everything. And they're like the elitists. They're like, well, fuck you. Who cares? I don't care. I'm not going to show you anything. You're a noob. You know what I mean? You're always going to have those assholes anyway, but you can kind of prolong those assholes a little bit by just putting everybody at the same, starting the game at the same level. On the same playing field, man. Anyways, so yeah, I'm of the mindset that I would rather them just not do any betas at all. I mean, just do your internal beta testing with your internal testers and then just release the game. People play it, see if they like it.
Comments, I've seen that here on subreddit and social media, and I want to address that. Also talking about how games get solved before they're even released. Talking about that situation we have. And then also my personal stake as a content creator. I want to talk about my perspective there because I view myself more as a gamer than a content creator, but I think if the statistics show anything else, that I sure like to make videos on video games. So that's going to be what it is. So let's go ahead and kick this video off right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the channel. My name is Brian, if you happen to be new around here, and if you're a returning subscriber, it means the world to me that you're back and you're checking out this video. So thank you guys so much. Now, let's talk about the first thing, the view that they might be hiding something in the fact that their beta is going to be at a physical location in Korea.
Yeah, it's a physical location.
I find that fascinating. Honestly, that has my interest piqued more than anything.
Yeah, the fact that they're doing the beta at a physical location, which was very unusual. I was like, that seems weird to me. Like that you can't even just be at home and like log into a beta and try it. Yeah, and I'm like, why? It's just very odd. I can't figure out why they would do that, other than they wanted to set up the game to run on their computers so that it ran really well. Maybe they're worried that there's some serious optimization issues with the game. So that would be the one big thing that I'd be worried about, is that it's like if you don't have like a super fast computer that you can't play the game. And that's why they would make you come to their facility, because all their computers are going to be super fast. I don't know. It's weird.
Greetings. Go in peace.
Go in peace.
Okay, yes, they could be hiding something, but I don't feel like it's 2023. The wool is going to be over that many of our eyes. If the game sucks and people don't like it, they're just going to move on to the next big thing. What you're going to actually see happen first and foremost, new MMO hype, regardless of how people are thinking and worrying about it today. As soon as it's downloadable, people are going to want to check it out. They're going to want to see for themselves how big of a train wreck it is or how big of a masterpiece it is. New MMO hype is the best drug that is on the market, especially for gamers like us, right? So I'm not too concerned if they're hiding something, because then it gets exposed, and if it ends up being, where you're not pot committed with any money, I don't think there's really kind of no harm, no foul. It's just another disappointment under the bridge. However, I have yet to see anybody take this route outside of reviews, right? Like we saw reviewers and reviews not getting their hands on the games themselves, so people can decide whether they want to jump in and play it. But MMOs are a whole different thing, and that's actually where reviews for MMOs completely fail us as gamers, because MMOs are about change, they're about evolution. So beyond the review itself, beyond that kind of concept itself, it's going to be something very interesting. That's why I don't feel like they're hiding anything. It seems almost foolish to do the kind of non-marketing that they're doing. It's all shrouded in mystery. There's a chance. There's always a chance. So there's nothing wrong with being a cynic or a skeptic right now. There's nothing wrong with, not trying to get your hopes up for the next big MMO, as the reality is that that's something that happens each and every year.
I don't know what he means by they're hiding, that it's all shrouded. It's not really shrouded in mystery. They've pretty much explained most of the mechanics of the game. They've talked about the sieges. They've talked about the open world events that you'll be able to do. They've talked about how when you do certain open world events that the zones will be PvP. Or man, you know what? I could be getting this mixed up with Ashes of Creation. But there are going to be like open world like bosses. Sorry, I was thinking Ashes of Creation. I apologize. There are definitely going to be in Throne of Liberty like open world bosses that people can do. I do know for a fact that all the dungeon stuff are open world. They're not like they're not zoned. They're not zoned dungeons. They're not instance. I mean, you don't have to zone in. They're not instance based. So anybody can just really go in and fight for the same boss, which I think is interesting. That's interesting. So I mean, they've been pretty. There's a lot of information about around Throne and Liberty, so I don't think they're like hiding everything. So that to me is not quite 100% true. And but they aren't like saying, oh well, here's a bunch of like we're gonna release all these betas for everybody to try. As far as I can tell, they haven't. They've said they're gonna release it in the West, but they haven't made any plans at all to do like a beta for people in the West to actually try the game. Which again, I'm actually all for that. I don't like it. I don't think you need to try a game. I think if you just see a trailer for the game, you just decide whether or not you want to play it. A lot of times, especially if it's on Steam, if you don't like the game within an hour, you can get a refund. This obviously probably won't be on Steam though. But anyway, so let's go ahead and see what he says.
Oh, could this be the next big MMO? And then no, the next big MMO is probably already out, or it won't be out for another 10 years. And what I mean by that is that MMOs are about putting in the effort. Anybody who tries an MMO at launch can and most likely will have some frustrations and some complaints, and then they'll go and compare an MMO with a 20-year-old MMO and say, why doesn't it do all these things that this 20-year-old MMO does today? But
okay, I disagree with that too, because Guild Wars 2 came out and had some features in it that other MMOs really didn't have, and it was obvious that Guild Wars 2 put in a lot of time and effort to do some pretty unique things. Things like, not all of it was unique, but like, having zone scale to players, having certain abilities combo with other abilities. Maybe someone casts some sort of a firewall and the other person shoot arrows through the firewall so they do more damage. But the biggest thing in Guild Wars, they did the dynamic questing, dynamic events, so that like you could just be walking through the world and somebody in a town might say, hey, can you help escort my cart to the next village and protect my cart from the brigands or whatever. Those types of things were pretty new. There weren't too many games that really did that. So I mean, Guild Wars 2 right off the bat to me was a very polished MMO, very polished, and had a lot of features that were pretty new features. Rifts also had dynamic events, which were called rifts, which were also new, pretty much. There weren't too many games that did that, and that was also a very polished game. I thought Rift was a very polished game. So I don't really agree with Ginger Prime saying that these MMOs come out and they're not like they're not like good games, or they're not polished, or they don't have things in them that you'd be like, oh wow, this is great. Let's rewind it and you can hear what he says here.
There's nothing wrong with not trying to get your hopes up for the next big MMO, as the reality is that that's something that happens each and every year. Oh, could this be the next big MMO? And then no, the next big MMO is probably already out, or it won't be out for another 10 years. And what I mean by that is that MMOs are about putting in the effort. Anybody who tries an MMO at launch can and most likely will have some frustrations and some complaints, and then they'll go and compare an MMO with a 20-year-old MMO and say, why doesn't it do all these things that this 20-year-old MMO does today? But that 20-year-old MMO did not do it at day one. So I'm not too worried about this crew that's worried about they're hiding something. I don't think it's going to make that big of a difference. But I want to talk more about the solving the game before it's released, because as the gamer in me, this is exciting.
I definitely hate, and I've said this already, but I hate it when MMO companies put out tons of betas and put out like they'll put out like I think even New World did this, but they'll put out like maybe like 20 to even 30% of the playable game before it's even released, so that you've already played like through 20% of the levels, or maybe 10%. You know what I mean? I don't like that at all. Or like you'll maybe like the level 1 to 10. I think even WoW does this. Where they'll do like betas and stuff. Well, you can play through like a lot. I'm not a fan at all of that. If you want to do a beta, just let people do like extremely small area. Like if you think about like maybe like what's that Dungeons and Dragons game? I can't get the name of it. I can picture the game in my head. Anyways, but if you want to do like a starting, like if you do World of Warcraft retail and you do the starting area and you go through the starting quest that gets you 1 to level 10, if you want to do something like that, like a really simple like 1 to 10, a kind of something that acclimates you to the game, and basically lets you do a few quests. To me, that's about as far as you should go on a beta, because I mean, how much else do you need to see in a beta? You just need to understand how the mechanics work, how the combat works. What can I expect from like the world? What's it look like? What is it? Impactful combat? Is it action combat? Is it tab targeting? All those things are all you really need to see. And is it smooth? Is there any issues with the performance? What's the UI like? Can I customize certain things? Does it look good on my computer? Does it run well on my computer? That's all you need to see. You don't need to see the game. You don't need to listen to go through and like play like 20 levels into the game. Like that's not you honestly you could get away with only leveling like one level because again that you just need to see the key game systems how they work. That's all you need to see. Period. And so I'm very much against game companies who constantly put out betas that let people play through way too much of the game, and then by the time the game comes out, they already know exactly what to do from like level. There's even World of Warcraft on the and World of Warcraft's one of the worst games for this because they actually put raids out on their PTR on the public test realm. They're actually released raids, so guilds are literally solving raids before they're even released. Like they're like going to the PTR, doing raids, figuring out strategies and shit. And then when the raid actually comes out, they already know what they're. I mean, to me, again, very much against that. I'm like because most people don't even have their shit together, and they're not going to be that organized. I just very much against that. I think it's stupid. I think it's just really dumb. I think it promotes like an elitist type of mentality, and I think it is bad for the community and it's bad for the game, in my opinion.
This is something that could be thrilling. This does kind of stress me out as a content creator because one of the things that content creators we like to do is we like to get the information. You know, you've heard me talk if you've heard any of my videos before, multiple.
Yeah, but it's way more exciting. If you're a content creator and you want to create videos and content for an MMO, but they don't tell you anything about the MMO until day one, well, what are you going to do as a content creator? You're going to advertise and publicize that you're going to be live streaming those first like minutes of the game, and so that people can see you know what it's like to be someone who has no idea what they're doing. And to me, that's almost more exciting to watch than someone who already knows exactly what they're going to do and is just basically doing like a questing on rails, because questing on rails is the worst thing in an MMO, and that's what sucks more than anything. And it's why I don't even like having quests in MMOs almost anymore, because I don't like this like go point A to point B to point C. You know what I mean? I don't like that. It should be dynamic. It should be a living world, and you should have options to do whatever you want whenever you want. All right. So I think it's much cooler as a streamer, like, or a content creator, just be like, I don't know what's going to go on in this game. I don't know how I'm going to level. I don't know where to go. I don't know what quest to do. So people are going to be able to watch you stream and watch you make mistakes and do stupid shit. And that's way more, to me, entertaining than watch somebody who already has a script of exactly what they're going to do. And they're just going from point A to B to C, and that's all they're doing. It's boring. And you're just basically watching them go through like a rehearsed script. It's like watching a comedy club where there's stand-up comedy where there's no script. And the guy, they're just up there and they're like improv, like improv versus like scripted. It's a lot more dynamic. Anyways, whatever.
Times about the state of social media, the state of content creation, the currency of content creation, and that currency boils down to one word: attention. I like attention. I'm not going to deny it. I like making videos. It's a lot of fun, and those two things kind of go hand in hand. But we're not going to lie here. There's plenty of people out there that attention is their be-all, end-all. And to get it, they have to put in a lot of hours, a lot of work. That's where, I'm not going to be your guy. I think I was asked the other day, like, hey, are you going to quit this game for that game? Are you going to dedicate your life to one game? And I just don't kind of have that kind of time. I dedicate my life to my kids and my family, and I love talking about video games. So that is how this shakes out. And just the
yeah, so he's kind of more like me. I'm not. I play games because I love games, and I stream because I like to stream, but I'm not someone who dedicates, all their time to trying to be a content creator. That's not me. I mean, if I get people who come and watch me, that's great. But and I would love to have more people watch me. Who wouldn't? But that's, I don't have, I don't know life content creation. I have a wife, and we try to spend time and do stuff together. So I kind of agree with what he's saying there. I know exactly what he means.
Simple fact. There's actually, I said there's a little bit of pressure because I know when the game launches, especially if it's really exciting and popular and trending is a real pain in my ass from time to time. Especially whenever I hit a trend. That's always pleasant from a content creator and comment perspective. But when we see that, there will be that natural rush and hunger for people to overconsume the game, and that will, I think, lead to a bigger sense of drawback or fallout. Namely, because people will burn themselves out for the content, and that's going to be something that will lead to that season of bitching much sooner than anything else. And if you guys, again, to catch everybody up to speed, I look at these kind of games in 3 seasonals. You have kind of a meta, you have a macro and a macro and a micro. There we go. My economic terms failed me for a second. have these little seasons, these hype seasons of hype news, things that are coming, grinding, the information's out, you're playing it, and then when you bitch, you like complain, hey, there's not enough information, and it goes on and on and on, and this can happen through a patch cycle all the way through an expansion cycle, and that is essentially kind of the state of the MMO. You know, kind of boiling it down to nuts and bolts here, but that is something I see as kind of that real positive and something that's going to be really interesting, because if the game ends up being just absolutely incredible, it's going to only like put more fire on it, because it's going to draw more people into this unsolved mystery where they haven't been playing it for 2 or 3 years, and here's everything you absolutely should know. Those videos will exist, but they will exist off of assumptions. Hands-on experience and hands-on dedication are going to be what fill in that gaps over time. But anyway, I find that one, that specific point, the most interesting that I see, because a lot of people are excited about that, because people like me haven't gone and ruined it for you. And you could say, and I see people say, well, just don't watch the content. And that's all well and good, right? Like, but you put the plate of cookies over on the table, and I'm not going to eat a cookie like right away, but you know, you keep it up there long enough, and at some point the hype and the excitement will get to me, and I'll want to go and consume all those cookies. I like cookies, I'm not gonna lie. If you guys have ever seen me like physically do my stand-up or whatever, yeah, I'm a big boy. I'm a tall guy, but I also I jiggle when I walk from time to time. But I digress a little bit. I'm gonna talk about,
Sorry, I had to let my cat in the office because he's being a bitch. All right.
fire on it, because it's going to draw more people into this unsolved mystery where they haven't been playing it for 2 or 3 years.
So
And here's everything you absolutely should know. Those videos will exist, but they will exist off of assumptions. Hands-on experience and hands-on dedication are going to be what fill in that gaps over time. But anyway, I find that one, that specific point, the most interesting that I see, because a lot of people are excited about that, because people like me haven't gone and ruined it for you. And you could say, and I see people say, well, just don't watch the content. And that's all well and good, right? Like, but you put the plate of cookies over on the table, and I'm not going to eat a cookie like right away, but you know, you keep it up there long enough, and at some point the hype and the excitement will get to me, and I'll want to go and consume all those cookies. I like cookies, I'm not gonna lie. If you guys have ever seen me like physically do my stand-up or whatever, yeah, I'm a big boy. I'm a tall guy, but I also I jiggle when I walk from time to time. But I digress a little bit. I want to talk about the third thing, and a part of the third thing, the content creator drive, was included in part 2, but this is where it's going to be truly interesting, because like a part of my perspective, one of the big reasons why I do content creation outside of the joy of it is to understand it, to understand the algorithms, to understand what pressures are being put on me as a gamer, what is essentially the algorithm, what it's doing, because I see its impact on kids. And as a dad, I want to understand what is going on, you know, what pressures, what incentives are applied, and, you know, maybe, you know, even hidden from like everyday life. And that's what I do. Like that is like, you go and ever analyze my videos, like they're all kind of driven off of that. There's a key aspect of value-driven content for you, the viewer, but also like, how can I better understand gaming and YouTube and social media?
This guy's some kind of a he's some kind of a financial person. That's what he does for a career, you can tell.
So I can protect my kids, and that's like, I never have hidden that. I've always been honest about that. And so the people who are the subscribers here that are keep coming back and back and back, and I think it's 23% of you freaking legends, by the way. Let's toss that graphic up on screen. Thank you guys so much for being subscribed here to the channel. It means a lot to me. And those comments and the feedback, like, it's all really good information. And that's the same thing. Like, we are not going to put that genie back in the bottle. There's going to be plenty of people who have a passion for it. And what I like to tend to see, like what you'll actually see for me this year in 2023, is more of an experiment about what is trending. Now, I like MMORPGs, and I'm going to be playing Throne and Liberty. I'm going to play all these different games. I haven't decided yet if I want Throne and Liberty to be on its own channel or if it's just going to live here. But 2023 is an experiment in the things I care the most about that are also very trendy. If you look at my 2020...
That's pretty interesting, though. If he's thinking about making Throne and Liberty like his own YouTube, like a different channel for that, that means he's very hyped for Throne and Liberty, because there's no way you'd even be considering that if you didn't think you were going to be playing the game for more than like a couple months. Like, when I think about Throne and Liberty, I just don't, because there hasn't been a ton of information. I mean, what I see about Throne and Liberty looks good, but it doesn't look great. It looks good, but it doesn't look great. You know, there's just, I would have to see there be more systems for me to say it looks great. More information about crafting. More information about like housing or something, or maybe like boat building, or I don't know. There would just have to be a lot more information about what are the other systems in the game, because if there aren't any other systems in the game other than just your basic doing like world bosses and doing quests, and doing like kind of open world dungeons, and then PvP sieges, if that's all there is to the game, honestly, that really isn't a lot of stuff. So, and I would get bored of that stuff pretty quickly. So there's got to be more to it than just that. So that's why, like, Throne of Liberty looks really cool, I actually love the graphics. I think the graphics look really nice. I always do like that. I like the Eastern MMOs. You know, I liked Ion. I liked, you know, Lineage 2. I'm a big fan of those games. Most of the Western MMOs just are too. They're too easy, I guess, for lack of a better way to say it. Most of the Western MMOs are just too easy. I find the Eastern ones a lot of times can be a lot more challenging. There's a lot more grind aspect to them. And they tend to look better. And I do appreciate like really good looking games. Like I like good visuals. I never like when I first say WoW, I didn't like the graphics of WoW. You know, I was like, ugh, this is awfully cartoony, you know. But I grew to like it over. I don't want to say I grew to love it because I never loved the graphics in WoW. But I do like them in certain areas of the game, like in Darkshore here. I think they look really nice. You know. But anyways, I'm just kind of spewing crap at this point. But yeah, I think that Throne of Liberty, like, I'm certainly interested in the game, but I don't know yet. There's just not enough information to really say whether or not it's going to be like something I would play for more than a couple months. But the thing that's really interesting about the MMO space right now, and I hate that word space, but the thing that's really interesting about the MMO market right now is that there just isn't a lot of new MMOs that are out right now. So I think it's really exciting as a company. Like if you were a video game company, like think of yourself as like Steven Sharif from, you know, Intrepid Studios. You must just be salivating as a developer of an MMO because you know there are hundreds of thousands, if not millions of players out there that are dying to find a really exciting new MMO to play, you know? So, I mean, that puts you in the driver's seat as a maker of MMOs, you know? So all you have to do is put something out that's a solid game, that has solid gameplay, and with the promise of continuing to update it and add content, and you're going to make money. I mean, you're going to make money. So I think that's kind of exciting. So we know that the space is open for someone to come in. It's ripe for someone to come in and dominate it and conquest it, you know, and put something out there that could really take off. And I think what else is exciting about that is if a game comes out and it's really good, the amount of people that will play the game is going to be massive. If a game were to come out right now that was as good, that really like blew people's minds. Let's say a game came out right now that was as good as like Guild Wars 2, but fixed a lot of the issues that Guild Wars 2 had. You know, it has a really great UI like Guild Wars 2, has, you know, engaging combat like Guild Wars 2, has nice visuals like Guild Wars 2. But they also added like much better dungeons, like a lot better like instance-based dungeons that are a lot more thought went into them, you know. And just whatever, and other stuff they added to it, like better PvP open world content, and you know, it would be massive. The amount of people that would come out of the woodwork to play something like that would be huge. Like Ashes of Creation, if Ashes of Creation is able to kind of deliver on what they promise, then it will be huge. I mean, it will be absolutely massive. And I think that's super exciting as an MMO player, you know.
22, it was
But when you watch this, now this looks like a cinematic, obviously.
very tame. It was very like specifically focusing in on. Now I like MMORPGs,
I'm gonna rewind this again.
and
sorry.
I'm going to be playing Throne and Liberty. I'm going to play all these different games. I haven't decided yet if I want Throne and Liberty to be on its own channel or if it's just going to live here. But 2023 is an experiment in the things I care the most about that are also very trendy. If you look at my 2022, it was very tame. It was very like specifically focusing in on just a handful of things. And my breakout channels were really where I put a lot of the attention. Now it's really kind of coming full circle. And so the content creator in me is always looking at this stuff, this data, this, Throne and Liberty and its mystery. And that's actually more exciting than anything else because I, like you, I'm scouring the internet because I'm interested, because I want to know more. And then I have, a platform because you crazy people who are all, both awesome and you're insane. I mean, let's just be real. Like, I still feel in shock by the fact that there's over 60,000 of you that have subscribed to the channel before. It's still mind-blowing. I'm just like you. Like, I'm gonna make a video, and I get to speak to a bunch of awesome nerds who really love video games, and it's truly like awesome. And then at the same time, I'm like, I see all the different incentives. I see the forces that are at work within the YouTube algorithm, and I understand it to like a weird degree. And then I hesitate. Then I question my motives. Then I question, like, should I really talk about this? And so hopefully, 2023, you end up seeing kind of not necessarily a timid, but a really like focused and intentional video structure where I'm not talking about everything and anything. I'm actually using the community tab for that specifically because not everything needs a video. I'm using shorts for like little breaking bits of news that I find interesting because that's a revenue or a vertical perspective. And
this guy's really a little bit hyper, isn't he? Jeez. Anyways, I didn't really get a lot out of this video other than the beta situation. He kind of reminds me of me a little bit and just spewing shit out. But yeah, I think it's interesting. I noticed the reference to Lord of the Rings here too. Very similar to the walls of Doran or whatever. Wherever they're called, I can't remember. 7 reasons to be excited. Jump like a warrior with 2 hands. Yeah, very random. Throne of Liberty ML launches soon. This is 4 days ago. I don't know who this guy is.
Hello YouTube. You may have seen my thoughts most recently on State of New World. If you haven't seen my State of the PvP aspects of the game, in the top right of your screen for you right now, I'm going to link that card for you so you can see my thoughts on what New World is like right now, but understandably so.
Just again, like when you talk about MMOs and like kind of the state of MMOs right now and how, like I said, if an MMO comes out and it's new and it looks good, there's going to be a ton of people. Well, just as an example, here's a person who, I don't know who this guy is. I've never seen him before. He's got 6.3K subscribers. Does a video called Throne of Liberty launches soon, and it's got 10,000 views. So, so that, you can tell people are really looking for information on Throne of Liberty. People are really excited. But again, it's just because it's a new MMO. So, yeah.
Population for New
I'm one of those people. I'm scouring the YouTube looking for more information on Throne of Liberty.
World is on a diminishing basis once again. This is probably the 3rd or 4th time in New World's history of only 15 months now really that we're seeing this kind of population decline, and with the current roadmap of the game, I feel like it's very difficult for AGS to be able to arrest this player decline without some substantial announcements coming out very soon, which I'm just not seeing. So for that reason, a lot of players are looking elsewhere. I myself am looking elsewhere, and I know many of you PvP and MMO players will be aware of a game called Throne and Liberty, and I'm going to talk about that right now and why New World is currently a Throne and Liberty waiting room. If you enjoy this video or you want to see more Throne and Liberty,
Throne and Liberty waiting room,
all New World content, make sure you like and subscribe to this video so that you don't forget me and you get to keep on watching this content. As we talk here, I'm going to play the official Throne and Liberty trailer that was announced about 9 months ago. So Throne and Liberty.
Yeah, I don't want to, whatever. This guy Jay Evenly has done quite a few, like he's done a lot of videos on Throne of Liberty. Most of his videos are kind of, I'm not gonna lie, they're not fantastic, but he seems like a nice person. But Throne of Liberty is a new blah blah. Ashes creation update reveals tank gameplay 7 days ago. I don't know where I'm getting all this Ashes creation content when I search for Throne of Liberty. And yeah, you can see there's not a lot of stuff. Most of the videos on Throne of Liberty right now are just all speculation. People are just speculating on what they think the game will be like and what they think will be in the game, and I don't really, I mean, is it fun to watch speculation videos? I guess sometimes, but in most cases not really, because none of it really matters. I mean, you're just guessing. Like, to me, it's more interesting to see real facts of what actually is going to be in the game. So I don't really care too much about watching a bunch of people speculate, about what it might entail. Even though I myself will sit here and speculate with you guys. So I mean, you know what I mean? So it's a case of, do what I say, not what I do. Anyways, so but yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting to see. I think Throne of Liberty, I mean, like I said, I think that the space is really set up good for game makers, for makers of MMOs to really come out with a title, if it's good, to be extremely successful. But I will say that Ashes of Creation, and I've become more of an Ashes of Creation's fanboy than I ever thought I would, even though I hate to say that. But I mean, if Ashes of Creation delivers on a lot of the things that they're working on, it just looks like it'll be really good. I mean, it honestly looks like it'll be a really, really good game. Only thing, like I said, my only concern is just the PvP nature of it. Because of the map control design, it could be quite toxic. But yeah, they're doing a lot of little things that some people don't care about, but I actually think it's really cool. Like, there's this mechanic where if you're walking through like high grass in Ashes of Creation and you use like an ability, like some sort of a shout, or maybe like if you have an ability where you take a two-handed sword and you slam it to the ground really hard and the ground shakes, if you were like in a field of the high grass and ash degradation, all the grass in front of you would flatten, would literally flatten. So the world, the grass around you is interactive with your abilities, which I think, again, I mean, some people think that's not a big deal, but to me, that's taking an MMO to the next level. You're like adding like this little bit of polish, extra detail that other MMOs don't do. And so that, to me, that's actually really exciting. Now, I know it seems like such a simple thing, but it just shows that the makers of the game are really into the details.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
That's exactly what she says, yeah. Yep, that's exactly what she says. So when my health drops below... When my character's health drops below 58%, there's an audio clip that says, "You could kiss your ass goodbye." And it just lets me know that my health threshold has dropped below 58%. You lose drag every day. There you go. Wow, do I not have any food? Guess not. Guess I ran out. Yeah, no worries. Critical, the priest has died. Critical seems like a weird name for a priest. This is maybe, I don't know, Shadow Priest? I have no idea. I don't know the, I don't know the, the strategy behind Blizzard's releases. It's actually not an add-on. It's built into the 1.14 client. It's just called ActionCam. Do /console space ActionCam, and there's different options. Just Google, but the macros. Hey EH, the macros in the stream description. So it's just part of the client. Sorry, here's the macro right here. As far as the different lighting, that's just reshade. Right? Different lighting is just because I'm using a reshade. Oh. Yep, no problem. I think I've got, what's my other one? Do I have another one? I think that's it. No, I gave you the link. Captain, the link's right there. It's software. It's not a WoW add-on, it's a piece of software.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You were screwed.
Okay, so you aggroed 2. Let's just go aggro 2 again. How am I gonna hamstring? I'm a paladin. Captain, I'm a paladin. I don't have hamstring. I don't have hamstring. But I can jump like a warrior. Okay. And there's no such thing as jumping like a warrior, it's just jumping. I can jump the same way on every single character, it doesn't matter what class I am. Yeah, yes, yeah, don't worry about it, I know all about it. But what we need is get this final item. Can't even tell. Okay, good.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I know exactly how to do it. It just wasn't necessary. And I wouldn't call that jumping like a warrior. That's just jumping. Doesn't matter what class you are.
Ishno del Diab.
Yeah, we're not going to bother with that quest. We want to do the monk fungus, the mushroom quest. No, not yet. Not yet. I need to get my trainer.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yes, this is. Yep. This is WoW retail. Classic era. Didn't that rogue just die like yesterday? This could have sworn this guy died recently. Didn't you die like 2 days ago? Maybe he leveled up another one. I know there was a rogue with that name who died just like a day or two ago. Maybe he leveled up again. Mm. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe he wasn't level 20. I can't remember what level he was. Yeah, so he re-rolled.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You were screwed.
I think if I died, I did die on this character. This paladin died because I got griefed by that Anvil Forge Overseer. You know, the guy who pulls it. He pulled it into Northshire Abbey and it killed me. It was funny too because I was just standing there like, I was like standing in Northshire Abbey, and I remember I was kind of like standing like right about here, and all of a sudden this dwarf comes running at me, and you know, I'm not thinking much of it because, you know, it's a dwarf. I'm like, yes, I just got out of the corner of my eye, saw this dwarf running at me, and I'm like, whatever, dwarf. I just figured it was like a dwarf. And then I got a better look at him, and I clicked on him, and then he was I don't even know if I got a chance to click on him, honestly. He just like killed me. He just like one-shot me or something. And I was like, holy crap. It's weird when you see like a dwarf in a human area, you like, your brain doesn't register right away because you're just thinking it's, you know, a dwarf, a player playing a dwarf or something. I wonder if I have that. Yeah. I wonder if I should have that clip, unless I got rid of it. I might have just removed it because, you know, why keep it up there? But maybe I have it. Let's see. But I kept the same name. Pretty sure I kept the same name. Let's see. No. Yeah, I think it might have been this character because she did the wetlands skip. Can't remember. No. You know, honestly, I don't remember, right? No, this is something else entirely. Whatever. I don't know where that video is, but yeah, but I just saw the dwarf run right at me, and it was the Anvil Forge Overseer, and he just one-shot me, and I was like, oh. So I just re-rolled with the same character name. I mean, I was only level 8, so it didn't take long to get to level 8. Takes like an hour or something. Well, and I remember it the mob came, like, if you're familiar with Northshire Abbey, right? Like, if you're familiar with Northshire Abbey. So here's Northshire. I was standing right about here, and there's the cave. So I was standing right about here, and I remember I was killing a mob, like one of these like low-level mobs or something. I don't know, or maybe I was just standing there. I don't remember doing a whole lot at the moment. And then just up here on the mouth of the cave entrance, I just saw this dwarf kind of run towards me. So, you know, you're not thinking that there's any danger of something coming out of the cave, because it's like, you know, level 5 mobs or something. And so he came, yeah, it was Northshire. So the dwarf came from like right around the mouth of the cave and ran this way towards me. And I just had enough time to see him coming and think, well, that's strange. What's a dwarf doing here? And then the next thing, he hit me and killed me. Oh shit, I was scared. And then next thing I know, he just hit me and I was one shot, you know, dead. Boom, dead. And I was like, oh, it was the Amberforge Overseer. I mean, honestly, I didn't have anything to do, but I just laughed about it. I was like, it was kind of funny, actually. But yeah, it was Northshire. Yeah, you certainly don't think a level like a 50 elite or a 48 elite mob is going to come up, is going to be in Northshire Abbey and running towards you. So, good times, man, good times. No, I would. The only way I would appeal a death, like, I'm not going to appeal any death unless it's... Let me pause that. I would only appeal a death. There's only a couple of scenarios where I would appeal a death. One would be if the server crashed. Like, if the WoW server itself crashed. Like, the entire World of Warcraft server itself, like, what Blizzard server crashed, and I died because of that. I would certainly appeal that, because that's Blizzard's server that literally died. I would definitely appeal that, depending on what level I was. As long as I was, like, past level, like, you know, maybe 20 or something, or... You know, if I was like past level 20, I'd probably appeal that. Now, would I appeal being griefed? Probably not. Like, if I was... I probably wouldn't. Honestly, I don't think I would. If I was like level 55 and somehow some horde managed to, I don't know, somehow grief me, I don't know, maybe pulled some rare elite on top of me or something, and it killed me, I probably would not appeal it. Because in my mind, it's like you should be smart enough to be able to see that stuff coming. You're not always going to be able to see it coming, but you know, I guess it depends. I mean, if someone pulled like Teramis the Devourer into a high level zone and it killed me, that would be a little bit awkward, I think. You know what I mean? Like if somebody pulled like Teramis the Devourer into like Felwood, or I couldn't pull him into Felwood, but let's say he pulled him into... I'm trying to think of a higher level area that you could actually, you know, like, I don't know, like Searing Gorge or something, and killed me with Teramis Devourer and Searing Gorge. I don't know if I would... I don't think I would reroll. I think I would just say, you know what? The stars weren't in my favor, and I'd just play a different character. Yeah, I don't think I would. I really don't think I would appeal. I think the only time I'd really appeal anything is if the server literally just crashed. If, like, the WoW server crashed. And only if my character was at least past level 20. And I'd be like, well, and the reason I would appeal that is because everybody would know what happened. Because everybody who was online playing, the same thing would happen to them too. They would all get disconnected. So there's no, you know, there's no question as to what happened. It's like, you know, everybody be like, oh shit. And actually, that's happened before where the server did, like Blizzard server did crash, and like a bunch of people died. Like the server crashed, and when I logged back in, it was like boom, you know that sound that plays when someone dies. It was like ding, 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 ding. And it was just like death, 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 as everybody was logging back into their game, and they were all dead because the server crashed and they were in the middle of combat. You know, so that actually has happened once, and everybody. That was during Season of Mastery, and I remember there was a lot of appeals of people saying, "Hey, you know, the server crashed." So, and actually, they even made. I think they even said the hardcore people came on. You know, the hardcore administrators came on to the server and said, "Hey, if you died because of the server crash, just, you know, message such and such channel, and we'll, you know, you'll be fine." So, or whatever. And if your light goes out as a result, yeah, I mean, if my power goes out, hey Kingston, Black Dwarf Elite, if my power goes out and I die because my power goes out, yeah, you know, I'm not gonna appeal that either. I'm just dead. You know, I'm dead. So, and there's been times on even like my level 46 warrior, I lost connection twice in the middle of combat, and both times I thought I was gonna die, and luckily I came back. And one time I came back and my character had just killed the mob, you know, because you know your character will still be performing actions for a few seconds. She killed the mob, and then one other time somebody else I think came over and killed the mob. Like they saw me probably logged out or like DC'd, and they actually killed the mob. So I think another player actually saved my life. All right, well, I have to go to the bathroom, like, badly. I gotta pee. I drank a lot of coffee. But I'll be right back. Gotta use the restroom. Oof. All right. You can see that once it gets darker in Darkshore, the graphics start to look even better. Like, well, the lighting gets really good in Darkshore. That's where the zones that, to me, the ones that I like the most are where the ones where the lighting's really, just has really good lighting. And Darkshore is definitely one of those zones. You can just see this beautiful, you know, see the light off the sand here. It looks nice. Oh my god. Can we just please get this quest over with? Can't wait to play a new MMO where everything is brand new. Won't that be fun?
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
I got 1.64 gold. I haven't even watched my gold situation, but wow, 1.64 gold.
You can kiss your ass
Wasn't that long
goodbye.
ago that I had like 20 silver or something. That's pretty cool.
You can kiss your ass goodbye. You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Can I get this last crab chunk? Chunk!
Thank you.
You just have to say that you can't get a quest item, and then you get it. Just say like, I can't. It's the same thing with epic. You just have to say, man, I can't get an epic. I can't get an epic drop. I can't get a blue drop. Really wish that I'd get a blue drop, and then you get a blue drop. I'm telling you, it happens. Thank you, Bryce. World of Warcraft Classic Era, levels 1 to 60. Yeah, the 1.14 client, yep. Thank you. Yes, I like the nice relaxing music. Didn't I? I thought I just looted it. I guess I didn't get all these. I'm gonna see if there's 10 ores over here. Doesn't look like it. That good old Paladin vast movement. Zipping around the world. Ooh, level 42 Warlock. Ouch. Level 42 Vivian Hardcore.
You got my attention. Safe travels.
Can I assist you? Good luck, friend.
Gonna survive. Gonna survive. Did not survive. I said gonna survive or not. You love when people create hardcore characters like gonna survive. Or well, there was one person who died earlier today and their hardcore character name was Bring Me Death or something. And I'm just like, granted. You know? It's like, you asked for it. You got it. Someone MCs a mob to flag you, then does it count? Well, there's no way it's going to flag you unless you... Yeah, it's considered a grief. Unless you hit it first, yeah. That's a grief. The classic grief. That's one of the favorite ways that people like to grief you on hardcore is you're hitting like a mob, a mechanical mob, and they just... As soon as you hit the mob, they mind control it. Or they mind control right before you hit it, and then you hit it, it's mind control to them, and then it flags you for PvP, and then they kill you. Sad that Blizzard stops to use MPQ and can't make them. Yeah, they make great music, but yeah, you're right. They can't. They make really good music for their games. They can't make like great expansions. Hey, no, the warrior did not die. She's just resting. Just letting her get some rest time while I wanted to level up Paladin a little bit. And she's just sleeping, yeah. Which of the sequels do I think will happen? Elden Ring 2. I think Elden Ring 2 will definitely happen. Evil Within, I've never played any of those, so I don't know. Mortal Kombat 12, probably. Marvel vs. Capcom 5, probably. Batman Arkham 5, probably. Last of Us Part 3, I'm not sure about that one. Yeah, I mean, most of those are gonna, I think, get expansions. I don't really know what Evil Within is, and Batman Arkham, I think, will definitely get one. And Last of Us Part 3, I don't know about that one because I mean, it should get one because of the popularity of the TV show. So I would say, yeah, for sure, it'll probably get one because of the popularity of the show or the movie or whatever it was. I haven't seen it, so 7.2, 2.5. Sword is kind of nice looking, but we can get more money on it. Let's grab the sword.
Del Nadris.
Let us get the sword. Del Nadres.
You need something?
Oh, yes, I probably do. What is this? Crawler meat? No.
See you around.
What can I help you with?
You need something?
Level, what, 75? What level am I?
Have a good one.
I am 70. Okay. For gold farming at mailbox. What? You go to someone for gold farming at mailbox. How am I gonna? I can't use the mailbox. I'm going to store. I can't use the mailbox. She must be doing the no quest achievement, maybe.
How are you? Have a good one. I buy and trade. Light bless you. Help you find something? Safe travels.
What are you looking for? Go with honor, friend.
You're 10 years old and your neighbor and I argued who would earn one gold faster. You went to kill the NPCs. He stripped the elf and started dancing. Yeah. Yeah. Wow. See, I win. All right. You must have been pretty young. How old did you say you were? You were like 10 when Burning Crusade came out? What was that 2008? So you were 10 in 2008? What, you're like 25 now or something?
Only the finest goods.
If my math is right.
You need something?
Oh, man.
See you later.
Open for business.
Okay. WoW came out in 2004. I was 30. When World of Warcraft came out... No, I'm sorry. I was 34. Right? So when WoW came out, I was 34 years old. So do the math. How old am I now? How old are you now? Protovision, I have you now.
Safe travels.
I didn't notice. Like, I got kind of these matching leggings. And I need matching leggings and boots. I need some better leggings. I think these are like leather leggings.
What can I do for you? Be careful. Need help? For the Alliance. Light bless you.
Did I hit the trainer? Shit! I didn't hit the Paladin trainer. Damn it. Damn it! How could you warrior without alchemy? I wonder if I do get this character to 60, I may switch to engine. I don't know, man. It's like one of those things, like, I was thinking, like, if I got to 60 on one of my characters, like my warrior or this paladin, and I was doing, like, dungeons with hardcore, in the hardcore elite guild, I would 100% want to have, probably, you would kind of want to have engineering at that point, because target dummies could be incredibly useful in dungeons, you know, in 60 dungeons, when the shit hits the fan, you know.
Greetings. See you around. What can I do for you? Have a good one.
I
Come
supply only the finest
on.
goods.
Oh, the shield I wanted isn't here, unfortunately. So, 495, 475. I really wanted the bear buckler, but we'll take the guardian buckler because it's better than what
Safe
we got.
travels.
Like, just a little bit better, you think? 495 armor versus 189, right? But it's not as good as the bear buckler, but oh well. Oh, I have to be level 20. Shit, I didn't realize it had to be that high. Yeah, Paladin's good. It's definitely a very relaxed gameplay for sure.
Looking for something specific?
It's very chill. I gotta get to level 20 so I can use that shield.
Greetings. Go with honor, friend.
How are you? Safe travels.
No, Cute didn't die. Nope, I was just giving her a break. She's sleeping. She's resting in an inn right now.
Hey there, for the Alliance.
She's just resting in an inn right now. When you get to like level 46, it starts to get pretty,
Good day to you. See
it
you
starts to
later.
get pretty grindy, so it's nice to sometimes give those higher level characters a little bit of rest, to build up some rest time.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, it's just a lot better once I get, you know, up to, like around level 41, it'll be really good.
What can I do for you? See you later.
Once we get to like level 41, it'll be nice. So another 30, another 24 levels.
King's honor, friend. Be careful.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
That's absolutely 100% not correct. Oh well. Try RuneScape.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
Yeah, those aren't correct. Yeah, this is not right. I think they're 18, but I can't remember. Yeah, this guy said 18, and I was like, that's what I was thinking too. I think they're 18. Not sure. I don't think I have enough money to buy them anyway, though. Where can we need to skin more stuff? Let's. Hey, what's up, Sosa? Yeah, my warrior's level 46. So I'm just giving her a little rest at the moment, doing a little paladin. Brick house. The warrior has died at level 24. Ace is level 18. It's level 18, but I don't think I have enough money to buy him. But it would be a huge upgrade. Let's see if we can skin some stuff. I think probably the wolves, but the easiest way to make money right now. Population's good. You can see I just ran past like 4 or 5 people, and of course it's very good. Just look at the guild chat. Also, just look at the guild chat, which spans all the hardcore guilds. You can see it's constantly moving.
Well met.
Or at least moving pretty quickly.
Light bless you.
All right.
What can I do for you?
Mm. 9 DPS. This is 11.8. 12.5. Level 17, 14.6. I just don't have the money for it. I need some money, man. I need some money. Oh man, I need better weapons. Oh jeez. Or maybe like, well, my Steel Righteousness also needs to be trained up. It's actually not trained up yet. 18. I still haven't trained this rank of Seal, and we're gonna get another one at 18.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
So, but What I'm hoping is that if I run to make a little bit of money, I'm hoping that if I just run through here, that there'll be some other people killing wolves and like not skinning them. We can just get some free skins. If I get stock up a little bit of money, we can upgrade some of my gear just from the NPCs. Get ourselves a better leggings and a better weapon, better two-hand weapon. But we're gonna need a couple gold at least.
Yo! Keep it real!
Gotta be careful though. I'm gonna zoom the camera out because there's gonna be a lot of spiders and whatnot. Excuse me. The one good thing about being a paladin, one of the best things about being a paladin is just you can cleanse like diseases and poisons off of you. It's actually incredibly powerful. A lot of classes struggle with poisons, like warriors, hunters, I mean any class, you know, really, other than like, you know, paladins and priests and druids struggle with that. Ooh, we got a very scary looking spider on our butt. Level 22. 5 levels above me.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
No problemo. Probably still a little too low level to, unfortunately, to farm the wolves. Which sucks, to be honest, it kind of sucks. Is my hearth ready? I got 33 minutes. It'd be easier to cut from Goldshire and just cut straight across the river. Gonna have to walk all the way back down here and then, oh, I guess it's not that far. Not that far. We can also do it from the Westfall. We can just fly to Westfall and cut over. I probably have some quests to turn to Westfall anyway. Actually, yeah, we probably should go to Westfall and knock out some of the quests there. Let's see if the leggings are here and how much they cost. I don't think I have enough money. Maybe I do. Find out.
Hey there.
Well, first of all, they don't have any leggings.
I buy and trade
Well, that sucks.
for the Alliance.
Well met.
Oh, so
Be careful.
leggings are all purchased. Kind of a bummer. Oh wow, look at the time. I didn't know I had the timers on here. Interesting. Oh, I didn't know I had the minutes in there. Interesting. I don't remember that ever showing up before.
Need help? See you around.
Alright, I'm gonna grab a soda while I'm in flight. I'll be right back. Alright, I have to walk the dog, so just give me a minute. Let me park my character. I'm gonna walk the dog. Give me like 10 minutes. I'll be back hopefully in about 10 minutes, guys. I'm gonna walk the dog. I'll be back. See you then.
You need something? Go with honor, friend.
Light be with you. Light bless you.
Can I help you? Be careful.
Looking for something specific? See you later.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.
What can I do for you? See you later.
You can kiss your ass goodbye.